thing right now, if that makes sense. Terribly hot outside and I'm getting a fever. Well, it's unskilled because, you know, go sit in a bucket of ice. I don't know. I got a thunderstorm going outside, so I'm not hot. Well, it is hot because it's like 86 degrees, but now I got hot rain coming down. So crazy. I hope that answers your question. Like I said, I'm having a ball. I have a lot of fun on a lot of games people don't have any interest to. Could be. Yeah. It ain't affecting me. It ain't my job. Starting summer holiday tomorrow, so I might just grab the game tomorrow. You can actually get the $50 Epic version. The difference between Legendary and Epic version, besides all the little goodies that you can get, and you can see it on the website if you use my referral link. I think it'll take you quickly to the web page. Go down the bottom, talking about playing the game or being a founder. There's a lot of, you know, a cave, starting animal, which is very useful, by the way. But the legendaries start the first day of alpha. The epics start the next day. So even at a $50 value, you're only missing 1 day from everybody else, and you still have your alpha accesses. You know, like I said, they were talking about having the beta at the end of the year. They could actually have 2 or 3 more alphas before they even get to the beta, but you know, we'll see about that. So if you a legendary or an epic founder, you always have access to the alphas. You'll have access to the betas once it starts. So you know, if you want to give the game a shot, $50, you know, it's AAA title. You know, you can feel good about the development of the game, and the game is in development. It's definitely not finished. But I'm quite enjoying it. Like I said, I'll show you the Destiny tree here in a minute, which is actually your skills. So if you want to do refining... Oh, Devil saying you do love the refining changes? Yeah. Yeah, it makes it a little slower, so not everybody's end game within a couple weeks, which some already are anyway. But Kranzik, here's the Destiny board. These are all your skills you can learn. The left side that I'm showing you over here is all your weapon skills, armor skills that you can learn out of 3 faction types: warrior base, ranger, thief style base, or a mage. Over on the right side of the board, all these that are showing you right here are all crafting. What you could do is specialize in, I'll zoom in, like you can see my green lines coming up. I started in the ranger, the hunter section. I got the base mechanics down from here. I went to the base mechanics, and now I'm actually selecting to be proficient in creating these 2 type of weapons in the center here. You can actually do if you wanted to just craft armor, you could craft armors. Out of the mage shops, you could craft certain staves, books. You know, as a crafter, you can be finite and say, I just want to make the best helmet, be metal, leather, or cloth, and you could just focus on that if you wanted. Or you could spend a lot of points and kind of be a jack of all trades. You're not going to get as deep into the tier territories and the upgrades that you can get, but you will over time. So if you like crafting, you can do that, as well as crafting on metals, armors, weapons. You can also craft food. You can do kebabs, and you can do cakes and pies. If you wanted to be a farmer, they have a farmer line. You can raise chickens and crops. They have an alchemy line. If you wanted just to make types of potions and become sort of a craftsman, seller, merchant, you could do a lot of merchanting in the game. I'll show you the world map real quick. This is currently the world map. It's quite huge. It takes a long time to walk across or ride across on horses or ox. They do have a teleport system between the major towns, but it costs you based on your weight and your merchandise value, so that can be quite expensive. Got any info on the premium? If the build speed boosting or something? Is it, the premium count stuff is in the works. They have not alluded to a lot of it yet. It's definitely not set in stone. On their webpage, they're talking about your regeneration points for your Destiny board, which pop back to here. You can see the number of 272 at the top. That means I have 272 learning points I can currently use. When you first start off on some of the base skills down here at the bottom, this one to be in the first level is 12 to learn. So I have 272. I could, if I wanted to do a cloth shoe fighter, I could spend 12 points, and then the next tier is 12, and then 12, and then 24, and you can get all the way up to 192. That would be one tier, and as you go deeper into the board, here's one for 384 points. Here's one for 6,144 learning points. You know, so by the time you get to the end game of your masteries, you're going to be waiting for time to click buy and to save up your learning points to figure out what you want to focus on. Let's see. Building speed. I don't know if it's really building speed. You can only load the materials to build the buildings 5 at a time. There is no really building speed as it is like that. They were talking about on premium counts, your learning points. Currently it's set at 100 per day. Maybe as a premium you would get 110 per day. You know, who knows? Like I said, they haven't given a lot of information on it yet. Being a premium account, they're talking about a fame increase. Your fame is a lot like experience points. Like when I killed this wolf, it showed I had 3 fame. So my skills down in the middle of my screen says to get to the next level, as in my fighter hood fighter, I have currently 543 fame out of 1440. So I need to get 1440 points or experience using that item, that armor or whatever, to advance to the next level. They were talking about, like I said, having the premium count get you a little more fame. I don't think it's going to be that big of a bonus, honestly, to be considered pay to win, because then it would be a cash shop, and a lot of the founders that are in the game don't want that. Now, with that being said, this game is primarily, well, not primarily, it is about 60% PvP, player versus player type style gaming. I'll get back to the main map board here. All these areas with the red name tags are all 100% full PvP loot area, which means any player in there is going to attack you or you attack them. In the yellow areas with the yellow name tags with the dark background, that is a limited PvP. Basically, you need to flag or call attention that you are an aggressor, and you can actually hunt down other players. Currently, they only drop silver. You kind of knock them out and you rob their purse. We're trying to get the developers to have people drop items. Not so much as 100% like a full loot PvP, but 25% of what they're carrying, you know, 10% chance to drop their armor or weapons or whatever. But currently it's set up just to drop money. Now in the green zones, down here with the yellow tags, this is all PvE, player versus environment. There is no player versus player combat. All you're going to do is fight mobs. Animals, humanoids, whatever. These little buildings with different colored doors, those are dungeons that they have. Yes, I'm getting my manly face back. These are dungeons that you can run. Some are solo, some are designed for 5 players. You can have 100 players go in if you wanted to clear them really quickly. The dungeons up in the red zones. This is a super dungeon, Bones of the Earth. This is created for a group of 10 to 12 players. Most groups take 20 to 50 in there to kill them. But being in a red zone, you're in there doing the dungeon. Other groups are going to come in and attack you. So the game's got a lot of mechanics. If you like player versus player, player versus environment, you want to be a farmer, you want to be a crafter, you want to just be a merchant. Speaking of merchants, I've kind of breezed over them. These big towns. Here's a town in general. I'll zoom in a little bit. You see all these little plots for sale. That's how much silver the plot would cost you. You can build any type of building, a weaver, a repair shop, food crafter, a potion crafter. You can set a tax. Excuse me. You can set a tax for other players if they use your equipment. They have to pay you, so there's a way to generate money. Unfortunately, in the big cities, the city is also taxing you, and so you buy the property and you have to pay rent, just like in real life, to keep that stall or that area for your shop. So it's an economic teeter-totter. How low can I go to beat guy next door with the same repair shop as mine, or stuff like that. So the game has a lot of in-depth mechanics right now, but it's still in development. You have to shave your beard. Women don't like your beard. People don't like my beard either. So that's why for the last 6 months I had it off. But I'm currently not seeing anybody, so I'm growing it. The monkey face is coming back. Let's see. I've played Path of Exile for years, and I'm quite happy with their visual and stash stuff. I can buy no advantage for anyone. Exactly. I love Path of Exile. I'm also a founder on that. I'm a gold founder. I wasn't going to do the double diamond for $1,000, but I did donate 250, which was the highest tier when they first started them. I love Path of Exile. So, like I said, I don't think what they're planning to do is not going to be a pay-to-win type scenario for the game, because with the gold and silver trading currency in-game, I believe once you get enough gold, you'll be able to go on the gold shop and get the premium account or whatever through in-game resources. So, but yeah, the game's got a lot of in-depth, a lot of depth to it. You are what you wear, pretty much. Right now I'm carrying a spell book and a dagger. I'm wearing a plate chest with a leather helm and feet to balance my physical and magical resistances. In a heartbeat, I can, well, not in a heartbeat, I could carry an extra pair of armor or a different type of weapon, and when I'm not in combat, just like so, I can pull out a staff, wait for the cooldown on the skills. 20 seconds later, I'm using my next weapon. Let's see. But I miss resource farming and other stuff. Correct. I had to shave my beard because women don't like it. I agree. I got to do that. Krenzik keeps this down at 8mm, which is cool. So eventually here, like I said, I'll have to shave my face as well. Appreciate you throwing some words in there. But yeah, anytime you see that my face is clean after I've been growing it, you know I had a date. So wish me luck. 0.8mm. No, 8mm. Yeah. 0.8 centimeters. Okay, a centimeter is 2.5 inches. So that would be about 1.5 inches long in American Standard, I guess, give or take. That's cool. That's probably about as long as I got right now. Let me run back and drop all this stuff off. A lot of this stuff that I'm passing by, you can see I can hover